Hopefully you guys saw my link for my YouTube. So I've been posting some of these videos there. So you can always go back and view them if you miss a workout or want an extra one. Okay, standing up. If you have your ball or your block, let's put it in between your thighs. So we're giving it a little squeeze, so hips distance. So whether you have a prop or not, I want you to feel like you're trying to draw it up inside of you, right? So it's like you're lifting your thighs, you're lifting your IT band, you're lifting your hamstrings, you're lifting your pelvic floor, and make sure you have a nice active connection with your feet. So your arches are on. Alrighty, so then you feel this lift and you feel the rib cage floating. You should be super tall. So make sure you have even weight side to side, front to back, so you're finding that center. All right, let's inhale, lift your arms up. Then exhale. And if you don't have anything, just pretend. Inhale, circle sweep. And then exhale. Last time like this. And down. All right, let's do some side bends. So reach that right arm up, lift up, and then up and over. Still keeping a little bit of a length through that left side. And then coming back to center. Let's do the same side. Lift up. And then exhale. Feel that right shoulder blade draw down your back. Keep squeezing that ball. One more. Let's hold here. So reach for those fingertips, nice and active. These fingers go down towards the mat, relaxing. One more breath, and then back to center. Same thing other side. Let's float that left arm up. Reach, create space between your shoulder and ear, then go up and over, still feeling that lift. And then back to center. Two more. Inhale, and then up and over. Feels so nice in the morning. One more, and then up and over. One more breath, and then back to center. Beautiful. Alrighty, you might want to come off your mat. Not sure. I love genie arms. Send those elbows out to the side. Broad chest, so you're not sticking anything out. Everything is nice and stacked. Okay, I want you to lift those heels and then lower. Just start small, especially if your calves are sore. This is your first movement of the day. You're starting to fire up those legs. 3 more. 2. And then 1. Let's hold here. Send those arms out. Reach. Bring your arms back. And then lower your heels. Lift your heels, draw that belly button in, send those arms out, reach, and then cross, and then down. 3 more. Try to go up as much as you can instead of forward towards the screen. 2 more. Feel the arms, the shoulder blades all connected to your back. Last time. Extend those arms out. Let's hold here. Can you go a little taller? Back to center, and then down. Good. Reach down, grab your ball, prop, stick it to the side, use your glasses. We're gonna do some roll down. So inhale, and then exhale. Still feeling that connection with that ball, even though it's not there. Loading down, healthy bend, really, really bend your knees. Let's find your flat back, and then bend down, round forward. Flat back. And last time, rounding forward. Find that flat back. Send those arms out to a T. We're going to lift up. Keep those fingertips out. And then hinging forward. Just 2 more. Just warming up the back body. And last time. And then down. Alrighty, we're gonna do one quick thing for our rotation. So load into that left leg. Yes, all right, so lift your right heel. Keep your hips even, so don't let that right hip get sassy and lift up. Flex this foot, we're gonna go up, gonna bring it down. I want you to externally rotate and bring it out to the side, and bring it down. Neutral, and down. Externally rotate in the hip joint. So it's a little easier, I think, to do it here than when you're on your back, to kind of get it a little bit more. So feeling that lifting action, especially on that left leg. And last one. Lift. And rotate and out. Good, bring it back to center and other side. Alrighty, starting with that lift, flex, drop that left hip. All right, bring that foot down and then lift. And then externally rotate and lift. So still making sure that your shoulders are pointing forward. So that left or right kneecap lifting. So obviously this is happening from the hip joint. Last one. And then back down. Beautiful, come into a little bit of a V. We're gonna be in this V a lot when we're on our back. Feel that. And let's come all the way down to your mat. So come to the top of your mat. Let's go back to those I Love Genie arms. Let's take one leg behind you. Nice and tall. And then exhale. Start to come down. All the way down. And swivel those legs around. Okay, prop to the side. Come to your booty and then plant your feet. If you want, you can have this here, right? Just a little extra bit of reminder what's happening. Find those sits bones. Use these back muscles to help sit you up. Legs are all the way together. Reach those arms out, shoulders. Down your booty, towards your booty. Okay, let's hinge. Hinging. And then back up. Keep it small. So from your feet all the way up, your legs are staying nice and connected. Your ribs and your hips are working together to stay in one plane. You're not waving around. One more. Let's hinge. And let's hold here. Reach those fingertips. Remember, you can always be holding the backs of your legs if you need it. We're gonna float one leg up, then the other. Doing our marches. So yes, we're using our hip flexors to lift a little bit, right? But think, can I draw my belly button in towards my spine to keep me lifted and lengthened? A couple more times. And then back to center, go all the way up. Let's round forward. Beautiful, reach those arms out and let's come all the way down to your back. Okay, hands behind your head. Rock the hips back and forth a couple times. Nice mobility. So here, try and keep those shoulders down away from your ears and your ribcage super heavy. Back to center, neutral. All right, now we're gonna do hip hikes. So I want you to bring your right hip towards your right armpit and then back to center. Left hip towards your left armpit and then back to center. So try and smooth it out. Notice if you started to flare your ribs up. When you connect your core a little bit more, you probably don't have as much range of motion, but you're not flicking things around. You're controlling it. Twice more. And then last one. And then back to center. All right, let's float your left leg up into tabletop. You're gonna inhale and exhale, curl up. You're gonna extend that leg long. And then back to center. Keep going. So nice coordination. So remember that feeling we have when we're standing, grounded through our heels, but feeling that lifting all the way up. Two more like this. And last one. All right, curled up, looking at your leg. Now externally rotate it and keep going. So you're gonna bend in on that external rotation and then send it out. But you're keeping your hips level, right? That hip has a height. You have to stabilize to the opposite side. Make sure you're still getting that quad lift. 2 more. And last one. Let's hold it out. Let's do little circles with your heel in that hip socket. So that right knee wants to really wiggle, right? So try and keep it there. Lower your head at any time and reverse it. I know this is really hard. My knee is wiggling around. And then back to center, draw it back to center, re-square it, and down. Take a second. Same arm options. If that was too much, you can be down. Otherwise, let's do it again. So lift that right leg into tabletop. Make sure you're not hiking. Everything is level. Inhale and exhale. Extend and then back. So making sure that we're flexing from the ankle, but try not to grip too much in your shins. So sometimes we have a tendency to overly send those toes back to our nose. And we feel kind of grippy and tight in the front of our leg bone. 2 more. Remember, you can always cut out the upper body. And last one. All right, dial those toes out to the side and keep going. Bend and stretch. So you should feel from your left armpit to your left hip, it kind of fires up a bit more, right? Oh yes, feeling good. 2 more. And 1 more. Holding out. Gotta do those circles. So maybe this side is a little easier. It is for me. And reverse it. 3 more. And back to center, dial those toes back. And bend your knee, plant your feet. And your hands. Good. Flip onto your belly. If you have your pop with your ball, grab it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. All right, plant your hands right by your side. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. All right, so instead of having your tops of your feet going down, I want you to externally rotate both legs. So you can flex your legs if you want, and then have that external rotation, and then place your toes down. So you should feel, that little V, just a little bit more turned on in your booty. All right, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Keep those legs pressed. We're gonna lift up, and then coming down. So your glutes should be firing up a bit more here as you work your back. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Hold here, float those palms up. See what's happening. Is one leg feeling stronger? Did one hip hike higher than the other? 1 more breath. And then lowering down. Bring those legs back to parallel. Take a little rest. Okay, if you have your ball or your block, bring it out in front. And take your hands onto it. We're not going to move it. We're just going to have a little bit of height. If you don't have it, you just have your hands on the ground. Totally cool. All right, if you have your prop, roll the shoulders up and down and get that little lift. So now we're keeping stabilized. Same thing with the legs. I want you to send those legs up and then externally rotate them. Keep them lifted. Lift them a little higher. So with your prop, you can kind of press down into it. You can feel more engagement in your back. Not letting the shoulders creep up. 1 more breath like this. And then coming all the way down. Keep your legs where they are, your arms where they are. We're gonna do that 1 more time, except this time we're adding in our heel beats. So you're still externally rotated. You're gonna lift everything up. I'm gonna start to beat your heels. Beat, beat, beat. Now for me, my right hip tends to hike up, so I have to really think of what's happening. Squeeze your booty evenly for 3, and 2, 1, and back to center, re-square those hips, lower everything down, turn your cheek, bend your elbows. All right, we're gonna do one more back thing here, or back work. Move your prop to the side. Let's come to your elbows. All right, yesterday we were doing some shoulder stability stuff. So think of rolling the shoulders back into the sockets. Okay, send your legs out long, toes, tuck them. All right, engage everything. And I want you to lift up into your forearm plank. These really suck. They're way harder for me than on your hands. Drop your knees just for a second. Your knees can be down as well, right? And let's send your legs back up. Another option is you can drop one knee and the other. Lengthen through the crown of your head. One more breath. Hello. Now let's add some rock. So I want you to rock forward if you can, and then back. Only if you're able to keep your shape. Watch the collapsing in the shoulders. Feel that tightening, that transverse abdominis all the way around. 2 more. 1. Back to center. Drop your knees and sit back onto your heels. You can sweep your arms behind you and then round your spine up to the sky. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop in the spine. How about you guys? Let's come back up. Beautiful. All right, coming back to your back. Grab your prop if you have it. That was not very elegant. Take your prop and then stick it between your ankles. Bring your legs into tabletop. You can keep your head down or you're curled up. Okay, now I want you to look at your feet and I want you to straighten them out. So you're bending and stretching, you're giving a little squeeze on your prop. If you have no prop, your legs are completely together. Parallel and adducted. 3 more, bend and stretch. And 2. And 1. Bend it in, reach, grab your prop, remove it. If it's a ball, I want you to bring it behind your head and stay curled up. If you don't have it, you're just curled up. Okay, externally rotate, froggy legs, same thing. So press those heels together, send them out, and then draw them in. So watch the neutral spine. Your tailbone is heavy. So just draw back to hips height, that 90. I was drawing in a little bit too much. I was cheating myself. 3 more. Press those heels together. Keep them zipped. Twice more. And last one. Draw them back to parallel, knees in, lower your head, prop to the side. Back and side to side. All right, extend your legs long. Arms above your head, get that stretch, press that whole back body. It should be nice and active. Reach those fingertips externally, rotate those shoulders so they're connected to your back. Inhale and exhale. Rolling up. Coming up, 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 get that reach, and then back to center. All right, externally rotate those legs. You're sensing a theme here. Okay, bring the soles of your feet together into a little diamond shape. Reach those arms out. Press your heels, throw the soles of your feet together. Reach those arms out, shoulders are stable, and then you're gonna tip off from your tailbone. And come all the way down. Adjust your diamond shape if you need to. That was the easy part. The hard part is coming up. Inhale and exhale. Curl your chin. Maybe only get here. Then I want you to come back down. But I want you to try and take out your hip flexors as much as you can. Maybe use your butt a little bit more. This is way harder than the regular roll up. Restack, and then coming down. If this isn't working for you, just go back to your normal roll up. Reach. Press those heels. Still get that articulation. And reaching up and over. Ooh, crack and restack. Beautiful. Send those arms out to the back behind you, and then shake those legs up. Okay, scoot back onto your mat if you've come off like I did. Fingertips are going forward. Lift your chest. Okay, what I want you to do, keep your left leg glued to the mat. Nice and lifted. I want you to float that right leg up with a point. Then flex it, and then bring it down. Then point it, and lift, and flex it, and bring it down. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Other side. Collapse, try and lift a bit more. Lift that left leg, and then flex it down. 3 more. Look at your quads, it should be working. 2 more. Last one. Draw those legs together, zip them up, point your toes. If you can, we're gonna lift our hips, so roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale, start to squeeze your booty as you lift your hips up to the sky. Little reverse plank, and then coming down. Just twice more, these are hard. Lift. Don't flare those ribs, keep them knit in. Last time. We're gonna try to hold this one just a little bit longer. Point through those toes. Active, active, active. For 3, and 2. Squeeze everything in the midline, and then back down. So the spine stretch forward, reach those fingertips long, toes to the sky. Separate your hip distance legs, and exhale. And then come back up. Just twice more. And restack, find that wall, last time. And then back up to center. Arms, fingertips tickling right in the center, elbows out to the side. Connect those shoulders. Inhale, rotate, open up to the side, get that reach, you're tall, and then dive down for your swallow. 3, 2, 1. Restack, reach, bend, and center. Other side. Inhale, exhale, reach, hold it, dive. 3, 2, 1. Restack all the way, bend, and center. 2 more each side. You can make it a little bit more fluid, but really try and get that crown of the head up and that really big reach of the chest and opening. Restack, bend. Last time. Remember, hips are not shifting. Looking behind you. All the way up. Oh yes, last time. Reach and dive. That left palm is up. Restack, bend, and back to center. Shake it out. Okay, coming down to your right side body. I'm going to come onto my elbow today. If you have your ball, you can have it in front. Send those legs on a diagonal, flex your feet. So with your head up like this, right, it's way harder to have that hip down and nice and neutral. So maybe don't get as far and you should feel a lot more stretch. If this isn't working for you, you can come all the way down. All right, nice and neutral. I want you to lift that little top leg and lower it. So you're starting just at hip height, reach those heels. We're getting nice and long legs today. 2 more. And last one. Back to center, externally rotate it. Lift up and down. We're gonna stay flexed here. So try not to squish your right obliques down too much. 3 more. 2 more. I forgot to say, repressing on this ball. And then back to center, back to parallel. We're gonna come forward, dip it down with the toes and then up, externally rotate it and behind you. Up, internally rotate, and then externally rotate. Try and smooth it out. This top hand could be pressing, it could be behind your ear. Just really try and get that hip movement. 1 more. Back to center, we'll turn this into a bicycle, so bend that knee in and circle around. Really get that extension and then back. 2 more. Nice and controlled. And let's reverse it. 2 more. And then back to center. 1 last thing, bend it into 90 and then stretch it out. Bend and then stretch. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And then back to center, lower it. Right away, switch to the other side. We're gonna go a little over today, that's okay. Got a little enthusiastic. Same setup on this side, guys. Starting with that lift and lower. Neutralize those hips, nice and neutral. Lift and lower. So both feet are flexed. Couple more. And 1 more. Keep it hovered, externally rotate. Kick it up, keep it flexed, and then draw it down. Keep it up flexed, and then down. So your knee, of course, is going slightly up to the sky. Keep trying to lift those lower obliques up to the top ones. 1 more. Back to center, parallel. All right, forward, internally rotate, and externally rotate. So try not to just fling your leg around. Control it. Really dial into the belly button. 2 more. And last one. Back to center, bicycle. 2 more. We gotta reverse it. Send that knee past that booty and around. 3 more. 2 more. To center, just that bend and stretch, and then we're done. Hit that wall. Woo. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Extend onto your back. Let's get a little stretch. Right leg up and over. Flex that right foot. If you want, draw those legs in. And then I want you to slightly bring the sole of your right foot towards the mat. But only that's where your hip stays on the ground. But you should feel much more opening in that right side body. Center, drop that foot, unravel. It's the same thing other side. Left up and over. Woo. Load up. Use your core, then slightly bring that left sole towards the mat. Just a little shift off the midline to feel the stretch. Back to center, unravel. We're gonna end the couple roll like a ball. Tuck that chin to your chest, and then roll up, and then roll back. 3 more. 2 more. And last one, let's hold here. C, curve that spine, And drop your feet. Gotta do our breathing, just 3 big breaths. Inhale, lift up. And then down, twice more, lift up. Get that reach out from your sits bones. And last time, sweep up. Little side bend, just one, and then a little side bend. And then back to center. Y'all are done. Thank you. Happy Thursday. I will not see you tomorrow, but I will see you Saturday, and I'm about to send out that survey. So if you could kindly take a couple minutes to fill that out, that would be awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.